Okay, so day number 15. Let's go halfway through December 2024 and let's continue with this vlog series and let's talk about paid ads and more exactly how to not lose money with Meta ads, formerly Facebook ads, and nowadays mostly actually Instagram ads, I would say. But why is this actually an important subject? Basically because we live in an attention economy, right? So if you have attention, you can always make money. You can sell something, either a drink, right? Something physical or something digital. And I covered this subject in, I think, yesterday's video. If you should focus on physical products or digital products. And there are different times for each one, benefits and drawbacks. But why do I want to talk about, and let me see if the face is being tracked, all right. So why do I want to talk about this? Well, because paid ads are basically a cheat code in life. And let me tell you why. Because with paid ads, unlike organic traffic, you have basically almost unlimited upside. Why? Because with organic traffic, yeah, you can make the best ad, let's say, right, as an organic post. You might get millions of views and so on, but it's not predictable. And why is it not predictable? Simple. Think of Facebook. In the beginning, it was showing you all the posts from the pages that you followed, from your friends, and then slowly and surely it didn't anymore. Why? Because it wasn't making money if you were seeing your friends posts, you know. It was just collecting data back then, but after that it started to show ads, relevant ads, and that's how businesses like this make money in the advertising world. It's just about getting your attention, and that's why, think of it logically. Why would Meta try to push your organic traffic, even as a brand? Think of it like this. You are the marketing manager, I don't know, the CEO, whatever, the founder of, let's think of a brand here that's selling a physical product. I mean, always going to give Coca-Cola or Pepsi the crown here in this example, just because they are easy to understand, right? It's just a drink, a black drink, a dark drink, right? And it's, if you think of it like this, a brand like Coke or Pepsi, they want more eyeballs, right? They want to be in front of you. So they remind you that they exist, and eventually you go to the supermarket, and because of that exposure that you've always had, you trust it, right? You know, all right, I've seen enough ads, I've seen the social proof and so on, and you trust it. And think of organic and paid in terms of their relevancy over time. Because with organic, if you think about it, it's like something going viral, right? It might get 1, 2, 3 million views, but it's a post in time that doesn't necessarily get longevity, right? Because, like, as you know, then people post again and again and again, and everyone forgets, right, about the trend or whatever. But with ads, the difference is that you don't post for everyone necessarily, right? You have an ad that you spend money on, and that ad is just being shown to the right people, or in most cases to the right people, so only people interested, right? That's why I won't really see ads about makeup. Like the brands that are selling makeup and stuff, like they won't show me ads, right? Only if they know maybe that I would be in a relationship and maybe I want to buy as a gift, right? That would be maybe the only scenario. Or if I start to visit some websites about makeup, they will try to show me some, and maybe if I buy, all right. If I don't, then they'll switch again. The algorithm will switch again. So paid ads are definitely much much better than organic. I mean, organic is a nice place to start. You don't have to spend money, but paid ads is where it's at. Like all the big brands in the world spend money. Let's say Tesla is an exception, but they have Elon Musk, which basically has spent on his own marketing, let's say, with his time actually, and just being well known, right? So that's also a thing. And of course, money as well. Like if you go to different countries, right, you take a jet and everything like that, right? So he invested a lot on his personal brand, right? Like there's a reason why Tesla is well known, and why Elon is, let's say, respected by most, in most cases, even though not always, but like no one is perfect, let's be honest. And let's look at paid ads, right? So we compared organic and paid. Honestly, of course, I'm biased, but in most cases, it's much easier to push a button, put one more zero to your ad spend, and you 10x your results, right? So that's why over time, paid ads have been one way that brands have tried to grow and are still doing that, but it's becoming harder. So let's talk about how not to lose money, right? Because it's very easy. Like Meta, Google, all the platforms will take your money gladly, and if it doesn't work out, I mean, it doesn't work out. They don't lose that much, especially if you're just starting out, right? But for you, it can mean a big loss, meaning that if you spend $100 a day, right? For brands, this is nothing. $100 a day mostly. Right now, I mean, one of the smallest brands that I'm working with spends 100 a day, but others spend 1,000 a day, so 30 a month. Others are spending like 5K, 10K, depending on the day. So it's like 300 a month. So big sums of money, right? But if you can put $1 in and get $2, $3, $4 out, then it can work over time. But you need to know what you're doing, right? Because that's why I'm in this industry, paid ads. There are so many that still don't know exactly what they're doing. So it's super easy to actually look at an ad account and find inefficiencies. Actually, like most ad accounts have inefficiencies. Even mine have inefficiencies at times. But that's why you need to know what you're good at and stay, let's say, in your lane for a while, be one of the best, and then you grow over time, right? And you can train other people if you want to help you and so on, right? Because some people just prefer to be media buyers, so people who stay in front of their PC, look at data, and play around with budgets. They probably like gambling or the dopamine spike, I would say. And I'm saying that because I know myself. But at the same time, I also know this is not as hard. Once you master it, it's not as difficult, right? So right now, basically, I don't know, my accounts that I'm handling are spending 20K a day or so, right? So it's like 1K every hour. But because I know what's happening, the strategy is there, the campaigns, everything is there. So I'm confident, right? However, for someone who's just starting out, or for people who don't have years of experience, spending $100, $500, $1,000 a day for brands, and actually having inefficiencies, even a 10% inefficiency at 1K a day means $100, right? And monthly, if you compound it, like it's huge. I mean, it's 3K, right? Not the biggest loss, but yeah, that's where there is so much money being lost in this world. I mean, we can also think of cost of opportunity. So, for example, I was just on a sales call last week, or we could call it a proposal. And there, the guy who had the brand was actually saying how there's an opportunity cost because they spent inefficiently on the wrong things, so they didn't spend efficiently on the right things, right? So it's not just that $100 that you're losing. You're losing the opportunity to gain maybe 10 times more. You know, like every day of our life is, let's say, at least I don't know, 1K worth, $100 worth. I mean, it depends how you want to think about it, right? In most cases, I would say that it, if your day is $100, that means you should be earning at least 3K a month. If it's 1,000, you should be earning maybe not 360K, but not far off, right? Because over time you also increase your income, you also invest, so you will be a millionaire eventually if you're not already. So yeah, I mean, wealth is just a game of let's say waiting, making the right decisions, and just offering value, right? Because if you have more money, it just means you offered more value, and that's why paid ads are one of the, I would say, skills that you should either learn or at least get help with. Because if you're spending money and you're not doing it efficiently, then it's a waste, unfortunately, right? And I think most of us don't want to waste our time, our energy, our money, right? Especially our time, because like money, you can actually make it back, but the time spent doing something inefficiently is not really worth it. So we could be more tactical and actually talk about metrics such as ROAS, click-through rate, cost per click in other videos, slightly more technical, but I think this is one of the skills that almost anyone needs that actually has a business, or at least understand it to some extent. So I would say that's about it for today. Covered most of the things, and we're close to 12 minutes here, so I would say more than enough. And with that, we'll end. So see you tomorrow.